2021 is a lot of, what your projections are, what you are expecting. There's so much you want to everyone wants to succeed, right? And everyone wants to kind of put the funny thing is,
2020's in the past.
What is up, everyone? This is The Edible Talk. Welcome back. And if it's your first time, thank you so much. We appreciate you. My name is DJ Dave K, also known as David. This is Foodie on the Loose, also named as Ori. Today, we're in our resident place, as you know, the Hummussiah.
What's up?
How much are we getting paid for again?
$0.
Yes. No, but we really appreciate it. We love them. And we have a special sponsorship today, the exotic burgers that we'll be getting more into. I'm super excited to try what they have because it's halal, it's burgers. They introduce and they put so many things into their burgers, and we'll go get into, right? Today's episode is about the new year and how things will be changing, improving. Hopefully life will get back to normal at some point because there's a lot of changes, right? And I think the main topic right now, what you want to bring up. What's going on? Why are we so excited for 2021?
A couple pharmaceutical companies came out recently with the vaccine. Woo!
Yay!
and then we realized afterwards that it's a little bit kind of a trick to the vaccine. It's not exactly what we had hoped for. Mm-hmm. However, there is at the end of the tunnel.
There's some hope.
A little light.
100%. I mean, yeah. I think the main thing right now we're looking at, there's all these companies, right? Like Pfizer, I don't know all
Pfizer, Astrazeneca, Moderna, they're all pumping out.
And there's one which one's the one that they said they might have by this year or early next year? Because Pfizer said March.
Oxford one? Was it the Oxford?
The Oxford. What is that? Which one is that? Is it the Alzheimer or the? I can't remember exactly, but there is a lot of hope, right? There's a lot of hope coming, potential. But
I'm an optimist. Are you? Because
of course we don't want to be pessimistic. Optimism is very important. Of course, the main thing is you have to do your research on these, right? Like some people are allergic to eggs or not mercury, whatever there may or may not be in these. Ask your doctor. Ask them what's the ingredients inside. I think that's very important. But the thing is, I think a good example is Ticketmaster just came out about a month ago. They were releasing, people all over the internet saying, if you go to a concert, Ticketmaster is going to force you to get a COVID shot. But in the more recent, about a few weeks ago, they said no, we never had that in place. The only way that can be demanded is the government, right? If the government says you cannot have an open establishment without being tested in crowded areas, that's that. But Ticketmaster will not force you to get.
You're right about it. I think there actually was a festival. I can't believe where it was, but there was a festival recently that was totally done during pandemic. A festival, but it was allowed. They were able to do it, and there was no issues.
Not rolling, whatever. Not the one.
EDC, or was it maybe
something like that?
Ultra, one of the big
Oh, really? One of those big.
They just had.
What was it?
Japan or Korea or somewhere.
Oh, what was the DJ? The DJ follow. Hardwell?
Possible, yeah.
Might have been Hardwell or someone, or it might have been DJ Essek or something. Exek. But he said this is my first time DJing in 8 months. I remember reading it, and he was inside of a crowd. I think it was Philippines or Taiwan, somewhere in Asia,
and they were able to do it. And supposedly it was totally you're allowed because. In that country, I don't know. We don't know exactly where it was, but we will definitely find the information for you.
Yeah, there'll be a photo up here with the DJ, just kind of showing you where it was and maybe a title.
We want, because basically they're showing that you can go to festivals if everyone not obeys society, but if everyone kind of listens to each other and respects that there is a virus happening, and you can socially distance, physically distance from each other, and be smart. Don't be. Ridiculous.
I think like this, right? Do you feel a scratchy throat? Is your nose itching? Are you feeling difficult breathing? Are you feeling... No, I'm being serious right now.
No.
if you are, we would have canceled this podcast.
Does laughing count?
Right. So like there are symptoms that you just have to be logical, right? If it kind of goes back to the point, like, you know, if you're sick before COVID, pre-COVID, if you had a cough, you were flu, you were feeling sick, are you going to go see your grandmother? Are you going to go see your mother?
Most likely not.
You know, you're going to stay home for a week, get better, or 3 or 4 days, depending on whatever.
Soup.
Exactly. Order some Uber Eats, whatever it is, get better, and then get yourself back into it, right? And I think that's where, like with this concert, right? If you're feeling super sick, and I understand people are trapped at home, and especially as a new year, and there's so many, like, we're getting to a point that we want to get back to normal, right? 2021 is a lot of, you know, what your projections are, what you are expecting. There's so much you want to, like, everyone wants to succeed, right? And everyone wants to kind of put 20, like, the funny thing is
2020 is in the past, and I feel like 2021, like, if 2020 was bad, 2021 is, if you do one good thing, it's like an improvement, because at this point in time, 2020 for some people has been really amazing. For me, it's been the best worst situation that's ever happened to me. I basically started the company for personally, and I saw a foodie on the loose grow exponentially, literally,
of course,
organically, and it's amazing that if you spend a little time on something, you can, like, you know, small steps, like baby steps to get to the next level. And 2021 is going to be insane. Like, it's going to be literally, for both of us, we know that it's going to erupt.
Just our growth in general with the Edible Talk and our accounts, how they've been improving in the past weeks, like since the pandemic and now, right? We've seen huge growth.
Like even like your TikTok has been like really like insane. Like,
I've had over 15 million views, right? Like, tell me how many people gets 15 million views, right?
I think I have like 500 views total.
Yes. No, you have the one video with 1,000 views.
9,000.
9,000 now? Oh shit! Wow, hey. Dude, believe me, when I first started, I only had 50 views, and that was when Musical.ly was back in the day.
I feel like, you know, like, I feel like my question to you next coming up is like, what are your goals? Like, I want you to ask that question later on. Like, what are your goals? Whether it's personal, whether it's business, whether it's like just like in general, what do you feel that your brand, DJDFK, the Edible Talk, can go receive new heights? Maybe, like, is it possible?
So, yeah, let's touch a bases on that. But before we get into that, I want you to, let's take a shortcut just to talk about the current food.
Ooh, yeah.
So if you can introduce the company.
There's this awesome company I've been seeing kind of on Instagram a lot. I've been scrolling through Instagram. There's this really cool, it's called it's the World Food Market.
Right, the World Food Market.
It's fantastic. It's this kind of outdoor shipping contaner market. Basically, it's, imagine a shipping container. That's why I picture it.
No, of course.
Because they're like
it's like a market. It's like a black market, not a black market.
It's a food market. Basically, where they have vendors, little independent kiosk vendors for stalls, and they have like Chinese food, German food, Italian, French, all these different types of foods. And I have found this company called Exotic Burgers. Exotic Burgers specializes in exotic burgers, and their background's from Pakistan, but they kind of have a Pakistani Americanized, like North Americanized twist to their burgers. And I really cannot wait to try the products. Because I mean, I was there and I was looking at them making, I was like, my eyes were just like, I love you so much.
The one thing I want to say, it's like the carnival. You know, when you go to a carnival, exactly like a carnival. They'll have like the apple thing. They'll have they have everything. It's not just like sweet.
Upgraded food.
Exactly.
But you know, corn dogs there, like these Korean corn dogs where they put like basically a sausage and they sprinkle it. Yeah, that'd be amazing. But Exotic Burgers is fantastic. It's like it looks really, really tasty. It smells like very rich. If it like, I brought it in here before we started shooting this video, and he's like, "Oh my god, what does that smell?" Yeah, and that's the Exotic Burger.
So let's get right into it with the first burger.
Yeah, the first burger is the Chamois Burger, which is it's basically a delicious looking burger that has green chutney, mint spices, lettuce, tomato, onion. Ooh, if you're not familiar with the Chamois Burger, Chamois Burger is basically ground beef and lentils.
Okay,
so we're gonna go dig in.
Yeah, let's go for it, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
The COVID way. Oh, that's interesting.
Never had that before. Aftertaste.
You know what this reminds me of?
Wow.
It reminds me of like a falafel. Like in a sense,
like a kebab maybe in a little bit. In a way, or no?
Because kebab, they don't add lentils. But this lentil, it's more of like a paste kind of. It's like a paste burger. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, but it tastes wow. So when so much flavor.
Bite into it,
it's a little spicy,
vegetable-y, kind of like vegetable-y, but then you realize it's meat.
Vegetable-y, is that a word? Just
vegetables. I don't know. It kind of tastes like green.
I think you're trying to say it tastes healthy, right?
Tastes healthy,
but it has spices and like it's like I feel it on my tongue right now.
Right now, my neck is feeling the burn, and I can take spice, but it's like a neck spice, which is nice.
Wow. I really enjoy this. It has like a lot of flavor to it. That's the one thing I can tell you. It feels like there's a lot of juice in it, but it could be just part of like the lentil and stuff like that. But it's lentil and beef together. It feels very filling. Like it has a filling effect to it. Like if I ate a full burger of this with fries and whatever it may be, I think it would be a very like.
I like it.
I like it a lot. And the bread.
It's a hidden spice at the end. Like you can't when you first bite into it, you don't taste that like spiciness, but now like the aftertaste is very kind of a spicy towards it. So I wouldn't recommend it if you you have a very spice tolerance.
Like this like for me this is like a 1. Yeah. But for most people, I think out of like a 10, this would be an easy like 4 or 5. Like it would be somewhere in the middle. Maybe because I'm generalizing, but depends how you are. I would say it's somewhere around between 3 to 5, depending how you do. For me, this is perfect. It gives you the heat. It's a heat on the tongue and the throat.
It's an like aftertaste
an acid. It's not acidic. Yeah. It's very natural. Yeah. A natural thing. But yeah, this was really good.
Delicious. Very delicious.
Earlier, what you were saying regarding growth, right? Growth is very important. So funny enough, since I've been in the gaming industry, right? People that I follow and other people who are on Twitter, we put projections every year. At the end of the year, we put projections. You'll be able to see my projections for last year right above me right now for 2020, and I hit most of my projections. Funny enough. So on TikTok, I said, "Hey, I want to hit." It was
10, right?
No, I just want to hit 1,000 followers or 2,000 followers. I don't remember. Really? I can pull it up quickly. It's the main thing on my Twitter, and I'll tell you right now, so I can just read it out loud for you guys. So this is what I posted on January 1st, 2020, at the beginning of the year. Right? It was like right after New Year's, and I can't remember what time I posted it. It says I posted 2 a.m. exactly, like right at the beginning of the new year.
Wow,
I said, amazing. Hey. I have so many achievements in 2020 that I want to put here. Lose more weight. Lost 60 pounds. Another 30 pounds will be my ideal weight. So I did lose an additional 15, but now I just gained another like 20. So I'm going to be going back into this. I'm going to be trying to lose my weight again. So that is 100%. Number 2 is I wanted to grow my Twitch from around 3,000 followers to 10,000. I didn't get to 10,000. I'm at 4,000 right now. But, it was a little different because of COVID. The things have been different. I wasn't able to. I had a lot of like responsibility, so it limited me.
Sorry to interrupt you, Dave. Whoever's watching this, you can obviously see his stuff. He's reading on his phone, but we're going to have it above. The information. Whoever is driving or listening to it on the Audible version, if you have a chance later on, have a look at the YouTube video.
Yeah, if you get a chance.
It's really interesting to see like his icon and like his, Twitter is very interesting, and you can actually learn from him.
Like as there's a lot of people say put things into the universe, right?
Exactly.
So this is what I put into the universe. So I went to 10,000 followers. I didn't get 10,000, but I got 4,000. I said I wanted 2K on Instagram. I have a lot more than 2K on Instagram right now.
For sure.
On TikTok, I said 1,000. I think it was only 300 at the beginning or 600 at the beginning of the year. So I was like, I'm going to get to whatever. I'm at almost 8,000 now on TikTok. On Twitter, I wanted to hit 1,000. I don't even know what I am on Twitter right now.
What's the last one?
Sorry, 1 second. So I'm currently 416 Toronto. So, and then find a new job to help me grow as a person. And the edible top, I would say this is kind of a new job. But there's a part 2 to it. I also said I'd also like to thank a few people like Ducky the Gamer, SS and Santa. When I went to New York, part of like I was thanking a lot of people during this time. And I guess that was it. The top part was the main thing. But I just want to thank a lot of my followers, a lot of other creators out there, and because of that, we all we work together. We helped grow because we were the original community for gaming, right? Mobile Fortnite gaming. So us together, the people that I shout out on this text is.
Can I add maybe one that I think you could add there? Like sure. Number 5 or icon number 4 is like maybe start your own mobile gaming team. Like maybe you could be part of a team or an esports team. You never know. You never know.
So that was on the list. It was, but then everything crashed with Fortnite.
Well, was it there? I didn't see it on that list. So I mean, I want to say maybe in the future you do start your own team with our cameraman.
You're right.
Because Michael would be the best.
I don't know. He's on his phone all the time.
No. We're just teasing. No, but honestly, it's something that like maybe this is an idea. Maybe you could.
No, it has been.
Pick up a new hobby.
It's like I used to be part of a team, right? And I left the team. I can't remember. I left it in 2020 or right before 2020. So 2019 or late 2019 or early 2020. There were some issues, whatever, and I didn't find beneficial for me. And I spoke to a lot of other leaders or other people in the industry. We wanted to work together. But so many things hit the fan, and I joined a new platform. I lost some money because people didn't pay me, and it's a very tricky industry because like some people like they say like you have to do the work and then you get paid, but then you lose thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars, and everything usually online is paid in American dollars. So it's kind of like, and I'm like, well, I didn't get paid this year. I'm like, what's popping? Like,
what's popping? Brand new whip.
Just hopped in, bro. Like it was difficult, right? And I think that's something. But I know for yourself, right? Like you've grown to over 12,000 followers right now, right? Yeah. And you're over 300 followers right now on YouTube. You're in a really good shape. Like what do you expect by 2021? Where do you want to be?
I feel like this year, the next year is going to be a big maybe branding change. Like you'll maybe see my
new logo.
New logo, maybe new like maybe merch, maybe some content creators who knows going to come out. But I feel like I feel like my growth. I really want to be able to that when you look for food, my name comes up. Like Food on the Loose comes up, not my name personally. That'd be great.
Yeah, of course.
Like my name when you type in food, FOODIE or food, it will like Food on the Loose will come up as like the number one search, whether it's on Google, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Twitter, whatever the situation is.
That's a lot. But that's not a small job to attain.
No, but not even that.
Like, be number one.
Even now, like when you type in, if you're in Toronto, because I think Instagram, they must tweak it. So say you're in like Azerbaijan, right. You type in food, like my name will mostly come up.
Of course,
I'm the local for whatever Azerbaijan is. But like whenever you're in Toronto and people are like asking me what my name is, Foodie is like the second or third one that's up there, which is I think is a big win.
That's very cool.
It's a big win for me. But always, obviously, more followers. But that doesn't mean like actual engagement. And I think it's more important that I have quality followers, and I do have fantastic quality followers that are there
great
organically, a really high engagement. According to Social Blade, it's about 7% right now, which is like high.
That's so good. That's really good. That's a 7% conversion, and
exactly.
And your audience is like 80% like Canada, not Toronto.
Yeah, which is huge. But
I think like Toronto's 60, or no, is it 40?
40%, which is still high, which is very, very high.
But yeah, it's again like 12,000, 40. We're looking at 5,000 people. 5,000 people.
But of which, like, there are people that don't even like are on it. Like, sometimes you get followers and like they're just like they're dead. Like they're just dead. Like
yeah, I mean,
real.
This is a problem.
Like they're real, but like they're not like alive on the thing. Like, they don't care.
Here's two things, right? One, a lot of people part of giveaways or part of like thing, they have a second account because their main account they follow no one.
They don't
Finsta, exactly. So their fake account or the Finsta is the one that they just follow random accounts, but they never log in. Yeah. They never engage in your normal post because your normal post is
benefit them if they see
exactly.
Like I have a lot of people that follow me and they use me for food because why not? If they're getting actual free food, it's a win for them because all they got to do is sign up for Instagram, make an account, and follow, like my post and follow the brand I'm working with, and they get free food. It's the easiest thing in the world.
One big thing, no joke. This happened to me a month ago. I put one comment in.
I
put one comment. That's it on his post. They were just, I was like, whatever. I don't join too many of the giveaways because plus I'm like engaged with him. So it's going to be a little unfair. If there's a giveaway with the brand that we're working with,
there's a lot of brands. We got a lot of brands.
Exotic Burger. So my apologies. So the Exotic Burger, right? If they're doing a giveaway, I'm not going to join because I'm going to,
it's like biased.
Exactly.
But this was like, he just like threw it in like,
I threw it in, put it in. He messages me at like 9 a.m. He's like, no effing way. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, you can't believe this. I'm like, what? Like, dude, like what happened? Did John Tory reach out to you or something? Like, did you get are they putting you number one? They're giving you the key to the city. And he's like, you won. I'm like, what did I win? Like, I didn't even join anything. I don't and he's like, you won the KitchenAid thing.
Which got like people what like hundreds.
What do you get? 3,000 comments.
This is my best
out of
giveaway.
3,000.
This is my best. Honestly, so I use a generator. It's called Comment Picker. It's on Google.
Right.
Type in Google. I don't cheat.
I paid them. I paid them.
I click a button and I find the name that's generated. If you do not follow the person,
you have to follow the other person. You have to follow you.
Everything.
You have to comment. You have to tag someone.
I take photos of everything to make sure that my bum's covered, because you never know who's going to reach out to you. Like, oh, that person is hacking it or whatever. No, I clicked the button. His name came up and I was like, no way. Like I actually because it was more funny because people put hundreds and hundreds of comments. The brand grew over 300 follows in one post. For them, that's massive.
That's a big deal.
That's a massive growth.
Let's do it this way. 3,000 comments, that's a 10% conversion. That's amazing.
They actually, she was telling me numbers. It was 20% conversion. I was like, wow,
20% conversion.
Yeah, and there's apps that can.
Well, that's also one thing that I guess you have to clarify a lot. So the engagement, right? So even though you have 3,000, you said 200, right? So a conversion of 200.
20%.
Oh, 20% of the 3,000. So 33,000. No. So that's 600 followers, right? So with 600 followers, you have to do the math. That means on average, most people they tagged 5 friends.
Which is a lot.
Right. It doesn't mean all 5 friends followed, but they engaged with tagging. So
and
they have
if
better
you
choices.
want free tips on giveaways, check out my page, Foodie on the Loose. Check out DJ Dave K as well. The Edible Talk, honestly, we have so many coming.
We're going to be doing giveaways. We're doing a lot of different things.
People say it's a hack way of doing it. And yes and no. It's a great way of growing if you want exponential growth. It's also 100%. A great way of getting eyeballs on your page. Because my view is that eyeballs can in turn lead to sales.
Of course, 100%.
And that's alone. If you don't have anything on there, how are they going to find you?
Every one person, right? A 13-year-old, not 13, let's say a 16 or 17-year-old who's following you, like, oh, that's a really cool burger. Oh, my dad is in the industry of this. He's the Blue Jays. Hey, want to go do something at the Blue Jays?
Exactly.
Oh. Like randomly, right? Like you're like, Dad, I really saw these cool guys, or it could be that, or it could be just be like, hey, this is my partner, this is my thing, and like, oh, that's a good example. That one of that giveaway, like that wireless that tablet that you want.
Oh my god!
And you created a connection with what's a girl?
One of the person that worked there. I'm not gonna say her name, but she
does have a social media. She's a public figure.
And we're gonna have her on the show later on. So this is episode whatever, and we're gonna later in the future we're gonna have her on. We are. Right. It's in stone, written down.
Is it okay? No, we did talk about it. We talked
about it. She wants to be a part of it too. Basically, her husband worked at the store. Like he connected me, which is fantastic. Which is such a good way. The positive energy that we both had, and that alone, she has like 35,000 followers, like alone on YouTube. Alone, I was like, oh my days. And not because I'm using her for followers. I'm using her because not using her.
You're using her.
I'm not using her. I'm having her on we're gonna have her on the show to learn from her, because her growth and her
everyone has unique growth.
Exactly, and she's a unique person in the sense that she provides different energy and different vibes and different insight on the same things that we're doing.
One thing I wanted to say, it's really, really cool to see a husband to do that, because most husbands are like, you're a man, get out of the way. This is my show. Like there is a lot of like resistance, even other way around. Like if you girlfriends or stuff like that, they can be like, no, you're going to go out with that hot model girl that's half naked on Instagram. You can't spend time with her. I'm like,
sure.
Like, sorry, insecurity, please, like chill out. Like it's very important, because we're in the business of this, and it's very important to create connections. And I went to a No Frills. No Frills they came out with a game. I don't know if you know this. No Frills came out with a game on your tablet, and you could have won like $500 if you had the higher. No. It's like this shopper thing. You like jump through and like pick up like turkeys and things. It's like this old game. Oh shit, where's my?
He's not speaking English right now.
I know I'm not speaking English, but No Frills came out with a game. Right? It was called. I threw it out on my thing.
We'll figure out the game.
It's up here. You'll see it. And it's about like shopping, whatever. But I went to this event, right? And I was seeing someone at that time. This was like a year and a half ago, right? Oh my god!
What?
So
you're seeing someone?
What I'm trying to say is when I was seeing a person, I told this person, I was excited. I'm like, I just met someone with 6 million followers at this event. I was invited as an influencer, a Toronto influencer in gaming. So this girl is an influencer, but she also does like modeling, and she does not anime, cosplay. So she dresses up. She dresses thing. And there was other females and other things. There was this really cool guy. Oh wait, what is his name? Daddy of something. He's a dad of 2 kids and makes hilarious videos. And there's like, but long story short, it's like I want to feel comfortable that I can tell you, like, my partner, that I'm like, hey, you know, I'm eating this, and it's just like, you know, you want to make sure they can be fully open about it.
I do want to touch about one thing that you asked me earlier on. I want to get one.
Which one, sorry?
It was like what you want to grow, what you want to get.
Sorry. What is
I really honestly,
other than being number one in the world?
No, of course not. That'd be amazing. I sound greedy, and I'm not like that at all. I really would love, like, I have
reach for the skies, reach for the stars.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very high aspirations to reach the top, and why not? Like, if I already have the momentum of it, why not?
You saw my list. I said 10,000.
Yeah,
I got 4,000.
Yeah, exactly.
And I said 1,000 on TikTok, but I got 8,000. So each platform,
you know, it's normal for me to receive packages of food or product every single day. Like, people will come home and like, what's this? I'm like, oh, it's a cookie company. It's a whatever company, whatever.
Right.
And they're reputable brands, but sometimes it's nice to have brands that are like the Keg. Like big brands, like
like
Jack, not even Jack Astor's, but it's still a brand that people recognize. Mm-hmm. And so I'd love to work with, not HelloFresh because they do it with a lot of influencers, but brands that are big enough, that are so niche and but like have enough of a product, enough of influence that like only a certain select influencers can use.
You're saying franchise, so like you want to work with a franchise.
Not only a franchise, because I've done franchises before. Like I've worked with bigger. Well,
we're talking about multinational.
I'm talking about like Cara Foods or something like that, like big brand, which
or
is
or like Cadbury comes out.
Yeah, I would like Kit Kat, anything cute.
Yeah, Nestle, part of Nestle. So Nestle, Cadbury,
SodaStream, anything
like my buddy who's in the gaming industry. This is crazy. So you know how he started? He loves Gushers. You know Gushers?
Of course.
So he made a TikTok video about him sitting and throwing a Gusher into a cup, and he's like, yeah. He said the Gusher challenge. Gusher saw it. They sponsored him.
I believe it.
Then you know what happened? General. What is it? General.
Don't say General Motors.
No, General. The thing. You know with the the company for General Entertainment. General. Who makes these? Who makes?
It's irrelevant.
Okay.
Someone
who makes Honey Nut Cheerios? What is that company? General something. General Mills. Thank you. Our camera guy. So
our camera guy is honestly a bigger freak than we are. It's amazing. He'll come in and he'll be like, because that's this and that. I'm like, oh, right, true.
He is an outsider, so like whenever he gets stuck in that. But anyways, General Mills, and now he has Pop-Tarts. He got reached out by he has like the whole General Mills cat. Like, you know how big that is. Now we're talking about everything from cinnamon toast. Oh, cinnamon toast as well.
The thing about that, like, I think it's misconceiving, or saying it wrong, whatever. Basically, just because they have all these brands, they could be so much in debt. Like I think any of these big brands, just because they have so many brands and so many things, doesn't mean like it's very. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of the guy.
General Mills. Do you know General Mills?
Yes, but I'm saying it's like, so. For example, I want to give an example of a company that's literally gone bust, and it's a brand that's like, oh my god, this and this and that. It's called Buka. You've heard of Buka?
I haven't.
So Buka is this Toronto-based company, and they basically, and Jacob's Steakhouse, and the Blog TO article, the article was no big deal, but they're out and they're in debt of $46 million. $46 million. And this is a company where you're like, oh, it looks amazing. From the outside, you come in, you're like, wow, it's beautiful, it's stunning. But that doesn't mean anything. It kind of relates to what I'm talking about with Instagram followers and actually having reach and actually having engagement. Just because they have 1 million followers doesn't actually mean they're converting those followers.
Oh, 100%. I think we all know that. Like, here's a let me bring that topic back up after trying this the next burger.
Yes.
Because I think it's really important for us to try it out, because there's a lot of different flavors in this, and
so we got the second burger, which is the chicken chapli.
Okay.
Which is a common dish in Afghanistan, Pakistani, kind of the Indian cultures.
Right.
And this burger has a green chutney like we had before.
Right.
It has a house sauce, which is a mayo, hot sauce, chili pepper, as well as tomato lettuce, and mustard.
Okay.
So
the difference between it has like a special sauce and it has chicken. This is a chicken based.
This is a chicken burger.
Chicken-based burger versus a beef. So I love the beef burger was good. So let's try this one. It feels more dense. It feels like more like a chicken breast, you know? Like,
That's good.
oh, the spice. You can feel the spice is building up.
I don't feel the spice. Nothing.
Maybe you didn't get. Maybe it's the sauce that I have. You don't feel the spice?
I don't feel. Maybe I'm so desensitized from the spice right now.
It kind of looks like a chicken breast, like inside. So I mean, they use chicken, right? So chicken and chickpeas.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a sauce, right? Maybe I got more sauce on my side.
It's very tasty.
It's really tasty. I like the mayo. It has like. It's like you know what it is? Like the Big Mac sauce, right? Like it has that uniqueness that you kind of have like, it's like, no, it's for, I don't know why me, maybe I got extra chili flakes or something, but I can feel my mouth burning and burning. My lips are not burning.
There's definitely spice. Yeah, you're right. The lips now, I can feel the lips. What I feel like it's kind of funny. I'm surprised they actually gave me that much secret sauce information. Like they told me that information, which I thought.
You see, this is the number one thing I find that most people put the secret sauce in. They tell you about the secret sauce, but you don't know the portions. That's the number one thing.
Yeah.
Because whenever you buy like Oreos or whatever, it tells you there's corn syrup, there's sugar, there's this.
Yeah.
But it doesn't tell you 5 grams of sugar, 5 grams of
I guess
corn
no one's
syrup.
at home experimenting. There are some people that do it.
But then if you want to patent that or whatever it is, right, you have to go through copyright laws, right? And then you have to say, this is what I put. Has anybody copied this exact thing? No, then I can copyright like Oreos or whatever it is.
Now I'm feeling it. Now I feel the burn.
I feel it's on my lips. Wow. Okay.
That's good.
But pre-warning, if you don't like heat, it's not an acidic. It's not like one of those like Tabasco sauce. It's more of the like a buildup of natural like jalapeno or like.
This is like staying there, but it's like I like it though. I like that.
It's right on that tongue.
It makes you want to have more.
Exactly. But to get back to the point that you were talking about, like influencers, right, and having 1 million followers, right? So there's a girl her name's Lauren whatever. We'll see up here. She's a verified influencer.
Yeah, big.
I think she has 3.2 million.
No big deal.
No big deal, right? Casual. She recently posted on her Instagram, right, is saying she posted 2 photos. She said, I posted this photo a day ago or 2 days ago. It got 500,000 engagement, right? 500,000 likes and whatever engagement. I sent you the videos. I can't, but we might be able to catch it. It was on her story, so I don't know if we took. Did you take screenshots? I did take screenshots. I think I did.
You shared it to me, so how else I would have gotten it?
No, I shared it to you as a story. Her story is public. So anyways,
okay.
And then she showed the next day, her views dropped by 80%. So from 500,000, it went down to like 100,000. And she has 3 million people. 100,000. But the thing is, that's a huge problem. Like we're talking, like it's the same thing as like what I had with Fortnite, right? Because Fortnite Mobile, I lost about a 40 to 50, about a 40% decrease in my revenue, right? That's a huge problem. Like, and we were talking about this in like earlier episodes, like people who make 100,000 and they lose $30,000 and they have to pay their mortgage and everything, right? We have a lot of. There's a lot of issues, but long story short, what we're trying to talk about is currently we've been noticing a lot of people on Instagram are being like blocked, or their engagement is being shadow banned or blacklisted or things like that, because either people are reporting your account, either because you have substantial growth through giveaways, potentially like, there's a lot of different ways
substantial growth. Like, I mean, like thousands of growth.
Yeah. So if you're growing just like a few hundred or 1,000 followers, it's fine. It's when you grow from you had, let's say you had 2,000, you grew to 10,000. Right.
Or not even 15,000 or 10,000, even at 8,000.
I don't know. I don't know if 8,000, I don't know what the number is.
Like, sometimes what I'm feeling is that you can't control, like once you're like, oh, it's great feeling to get all these followers coming in. It's a nice like satisfaction, but then you can't actually like take that momentum and take it for yourself. It's hard to keep it.
So a good example is like my account. I had a very drastic growth in the past year. I grew like, over 20,000 followers. No. like 15 plus thousand followers. And the problem is some days I get really good engagement. I send you the photos, you're like, oh shit, this is amazing, really great. Other days I'm getting the exact same thing as the Lauren girl, because I don't know how, I don't know. No one understands Instagram. No one understands these algorithms.
They know it. They want you not to know it.
If we did, we'd be millionaires right now, because we'll sell the tactics, right? And right now, like, I think the main thing people are like, oh, hit that follow button, hit that comment, like, they're trying to like re-engage them.
People think that just by liking is the best way. And
no.
It's great. It's fantastic. But the only true way of actual growth, according to people that have been promoting it,
right,
shares are right now the new way of liking. If you, by the more people on Instagram, there's a way of clicking share. It's going to be right here on the right hand side. There's saves. I meant to say saves.
Oh, the little bookmark.
The little bookmark is the true way that, yes, and commenting and liking it. But once you like something, you're most likely going to share it. Like, you're most likely going to save it.
100%.
You're most likely going to like it. So basically, just go the extra step, share it, like it, save it. It makes our life easier, and we can grow as a collective, as influencers, or as people that like to help out with food. My opinion is that.
Yeah, I mean, everything. Like, but the thing is also important. Like, if you go through your Instagram, right, and you go on your story, right, not story, on your news feed, and all you do is this, scroll, Instagram knows, as we talk about the social dilemma.
Yeah.
If you only look at it for half a second, Instagram knows you only looked at it for half a second. Look at it for 10 seconds, double click, then swipe.
Zoom in. I think maybe they must know zoom in too.
Of course, 100%.
They know every single touch. If you touch your phone,
anything you touch while in their app, they know. They know what's going on.
For sure.
I don't know if they track your eye movements or whatever. That's
supposedly they
may or may not know.
That.
You know, like, but they track your voice, right? You can prove it, because this is a good example. Your camera is always on when you're on Instagram, right? Like, if I open up my Instagram
it's never
right
off,
now, it's never off, right? So because you have to give approval, right? Oh wait, no. I mean, the camera. Maybe that's just a trick. They made it like that because before, when you scrolled like that, oh no. See what I'm saying, right, guys? So you could have half and half. So you can most likely see my face right now. You can see my feed and my camera at the same time. So I don't know if you can see that, but your mic's always on. Your camera's always on. You're giving it permission unless you disable it and enable it every time. And then that's how
they don't want. And they know they have you. Once you sign up for the terms and conditions, Facebook owns you. Literally, like, they own your rights. They know exactly what you do, who you're looking
anything
at,
you post, you don't own anymore. It's theirs.
Yeah, you start your own platform.
Same thing with YouTube. Same on every platform. As soon as you post something, you're giving it away.
So would you rather pay a premium and then have all your rights?
So that goes back to, like, if you have Patreon or like OnlyFans, right? Like,
that's fine.
But again, like, how are you gonna, if you have 0 followers right now, how are you gonna convert? You know, like, if you're a new person, you need to use these platforms. And right now people say, if you want drastic growth, the number one place, if you're not on it, you know where it is?
TikTok.
Exactly. Yeah, because TikTok, you can have 0 followers and become, like, a friend of mine became 100,000 followers within the past 4 months.
You can be all the people that I'm following is like business advice, how to grow, how to this, how to that. All those people I'm following, and the algorithm knows I'm liking it, so they're going to send me something similar to that. It's like 50,000 followers minimum, 25,000. Even 25,000 followers that are real. Mm-hmm. Online. Can you fake TikTok followers?
Yeah, most likely. You can fake any platform, right? That's also another issue, right? Like, fake followers and all that, because, like, you'll see, like, some accounts drastically lose, like, they'll lose, like, you'll see them get 100 or 1 million followers. You know, like, this guy was just at like 50,000. How did he get 1 million? And then they get 1 million. And then if you go to, like, Social Blade, you'll see that they dropped 500,000 followers within a day, because there's systems in place that.
We did talk about this too, that I'll ask Dave, because I'm really pretty good at detecting when someone is, like, fake or not real followers. And you can have, so say you have 32,000 followers, but you're only really getting 150 likes, which is still a lot. But then I'm always like, it's fake. It's like, no, listen, like, 5 years ago, they might have been huge. Like, they might have 28,000 and they've only gained 3,000, but of the 3,000, they're not really like.
So what is happening, right? Even my issue with TikTok, because I stopped posting for 2 months, my engagement, I used to get a minimum 700, right? But then TikTok's like, no, you only get 100, because what they do, they put you in a ranking system.
Yeah.
The more you post, the more they put you up. The less you post, then it's kind of like a curve, right? versus, do you get what I'm saying?
It's so funny. You say you get minimum 700. My minimum, honestly, is like
on TikTok.
110.
Right now, but you only,
right now, I only have
how
50 videos or whatever.
No, but how many followers?
70, I think.
70 followers.
Which is nothing.
Right.
Still,
but the 100, so there's multiple tiers for TikTok, right? So they kind of put you back on a lower tier so I'm like now back on my 700 tier. Like I just posted a video last night. It has 1,200 views last time I just checked. And, it's just increasing, gaining. So what I wanted to say is the number one thing is a lot of accounts like have like, COVID could have like made them not care about social media because they had to pay their bills. They had to do whatever. So they kind of like stepped away from it. But they're like, oh, now life's a little easier. I can get back into it and focus and make some extra money on the side with my social media. And the thing is, it's like what social media knows when you stop posting, right? Like as soon as we stop posting on Edible Talk, like right now we're growing every single day.
Yeah.
Every single post, every single podcast, there is an incremental increase, natural increase, or organic, that's the word I want us to use, organic increase in our thing. But it's also that YouTube and
by listening, subscribing, and liking, you can continue to make us grow more.
Hit on the Edible Talk, all the platforms, because we're here.
Edible Talk, we are everywhere. We are going to be everywhere, every single billboard in the country. No.
It's also in the description and everything. It's a link. tr.ee/ so it's Linktree, but there's a period / the Edible Talk, and all our social medias are. It's a simple thing. In the future we will get the edibletalk.com, but we will see how where we get to that point. But yeah, so again, the engagement, it's very, very tricky. It's hard to tell people if they're fake or real these days because you don't know, like a lot of my followers are all over the world, right? I have people from Philippines, I have people from Brazil, I have people from the US, I have people from Canada, I have people from Israel. I have people from I have an engagement of like all worldwide, right? So it's so difficult to.
When you stop posting one day, 2 days not posting.
If you stop posting for like a few days,
it still messes up with your algorithm. I went on a camping trip for 3 days. 3 days disconnected from basically social media. And my friend messaged me like, "Are you good?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just like this." It just like went on a camping trip. He's like, "Oh, I thought you like basically died." I was like, "Just because I didn't post for 3 days doesn't mean I'm like not alive."
That's also
people are freaking out. Like people, my algorithm, my numbers drastically went down.
Right. Like I remember you sent me this. Like I started posting now every single day on what it's called. We'll look at my stats right now. So my insights previously were terrible, but now I have a 512% increase.
Oh, look, your reach is much better. Wow.
Of course, but this is like now I'm posting. I'm getting.
That's good, man.
Yeah. So like here's a look. Sunday last week, 288 views. Sorry, a little too close to the mic. 288. Monday, 700. Back to 200 on Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, 4,000 and 3,000.
Huge. That's huge.
So and then now I'm going back to 504. I don't know what's going on.
I actually, I don't really care about impressions. I mostly care about reach. This is what so he reached, and this is actually pretty cool. Maybe you'll take a screenshot of this and then you'll put it up if you feel comfortable.
Sure.
It's not an issue. Impressions are great because it shows you like how many times. Like,
so 14,000.
I could have watched it 100 times. So that goes against his 14,000 impressions. However,
but the accounts,
the number of different accounts, which is accounts reached, is 9,000. So that alone is 9,000 different
accounts.
Individuals reached his account,
and 286 of them looked at my profile,
which is huge. Huge. So if you're looking to grow, there's different ways of growing. Obviously, giveaways are great. The Instagram wants you to spend money on their algorithm. They want you to spend ad dollars. So it tells you to put money into, which is totally allowed. Like they want you to do that. They encourage that, and that's a way of doing it. Yes, to make some money, sometimes you got to spend some money. That's just
how 100%.
But you have to also be like, I can promote myself on my personal account,
right?
But what's the point of that? Like, what's the point if I'm spending money on my personal account? Do I want to grow my personal? No.
Yeah, like Ori.
Like I don't need that. Personal. I want to that's for my personal. But if I had like a travel blog or travel site that maybe we made too, because you never know.
Sorry, one more time?
If we have a travel Instagram,
like what we had, like
that. We have something. We have YYZ Today. It's this fantastic Instagram account that we've started, part of our brands, and it's this Toronto-based company. focuses on like finding cool spots, cool like shots of the city.
Similar to like Block TO.
Yeah, exactly. But very small.
We're small at this moment. And, we get some good shots. We've had some reposts, so it's really nice. Like the CN Tower, City of Toronto. I mean, in general terms, engagement is very important. But one new tactic that's coming out is I think it's like 82 cents. It's called or something. It's oh my god, I'm so terrible. I should have wrote the note down. It's 92 cents. It's something. Okay, so what it's pretty much saying, there's an app that you put on your Chrome, right? Mm-hmm. You put the top 10 hashtags that you want to engage with, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say hypothetically, Toronto foodie, Toronto fashion, men's fashion, OVO, whatever it is. You put them in, and then it shows you the top 10 posts for those in your areas. Or today, top 10 of the day, sorry. Then you go to all 10, you comment on them, and you engage with them. So what is it? You take 10 comments, 10 each. It's like 100 different posts.
Oh, the Gary Vee tactic of 28 cents, I think.
2080, I think it's called. I think it might be called 2080. You'll see it right above. I will have it later. But I think it's called 2080 or 2082 or something like that.
So basically you give your 2 cents. 2 cents for every comment. So it's 9. I think it's 9. You go to 9 different accounts. You go to 9 different accounts. And then, so say for example,
9 different hashtags.
It's fine. So say I'm in the Toronto food scene. It's actually very relevant to me for foodie on the loose. So if I want to attract new followers that are not following me, this is a tactic, because I'm trying to explain it to the people who are not understanding.
Of course, 100%.
It's a tactic to gain new followers. And if, say for example, I'm in the food sphere and Dave is also a foodie, but he does not follow me, and I'm Grand Foodie on the Loose, and his account's Food by Dave.
Right.
And I want to attract him. The beauty of this tactic is that you can find the hashtag that he's used and I'm looking for, and then I can comment on his post by finding the hashtag
because that post was very popular. Like
exactly, and then I can be like, hey, this is such a great edamame. Would you like to come try this downtown? Like, can you recommend me another spot? He sees that comment if he's engaging.
Comments back.
He goes, oh my god, like I love your burger shot.
Right.
And then you have a conversation.
Oh, you have the edible talk too? Very cool.
And then there you go. It takes maybe 10 minutes of your time. But actually, the thing is, don't be like, this is great. Be like, that's really nice.
That's what they're saying.
2 cents, like your 2 cents.
Put your 2 cents.
And so basically, the beauty of that is that you can actually gain that follower. Yes, it takes time, but anything takes time. Rome was not built overnight.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's what Dave always knows this stuff.
And then, like in general terms, right? I can't remember what the tactic is, but in general terms, start with 10 posts, 10 different things. So you can go with just one, right? Hashtag, you say foodie for us, right? And go to 10 posts, the 10 top post of today.
Exactly.
The top 10 of today. Comment or the top 10 that really correlate to you. Don't go to like random. Don't be
too general too. Like,
exactly.
I don't want to say like just food. Hashtag food is the thing.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Times.
It can't be.
Like literally in a day.
Get to the ones that have between like 200,000 to less than a million.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I wouldn't say too much less, because then it can't create the trending.
Even a lot of times they say between about 50 or 40 to about 250 is enough.
So I guess each their own, right?
It depends on what you're looking for.
100%.
Because you can also do hashtag food, and you can also become the number one.
I've done both, right? Yeah. I've done both. I've tried anything below 250, and I've tried now around 250 to 500, and I tried 500 to a million.
Yeah.
My best engagement was closer to the 500 range.
Wow.
That's my best engagement.
That's fantastic.
But that was on Reels, right? So it's super difficult.
Yeah,
right? You don't know.
Reels is weird. Is a bizarre concept.
Yeah, it's like some of my Reels do terrible and get 300. The other ones get 5,000.
Literally
3,000.
Like insane.
I think my biggest Reel was, I think I had like 9,000 or 10 or 11.
I think I had 7. I want to get past the 10,000 mark.
So like it just like, you just make these videos and like hopefully they blow up, or pretty much.
My view for Reels is shorter is better. It sounds crazy, like 10 seconds. Like if you for example went to Niagara Falls and you were like lying on the bed, sounds crazy, and you videoed yourself smiling and looking into the view, and it was a 7-second video, I'm not even joking, that view might get 100,000 followers, 100,000 likes.
That's what views. I did, right? I posted on YYZ, what is it, Niagara Falls, and I got like 400 views.
And then the next day, I posted on YYZ today, the worst video. Like honestly, I told them, just don't delete it. I'm curious to see if this will work. I got more views in less amount of time. I'm like, it's it's honestly the worst video ever. It's me panning.
It's not the worst. It's showing LV, Louis Vuitton, and then it showed the other rich area that has like David Yurman and Gucci and
it was basically showing me,
whatever.
but basically it was pandemic shopping this year,
and it was empty. It was
and so
like,
maybe that was the key word that kind of brought people in.
Yeah, maybe it could be Yorkdale
views.
pandemic shopping or whatever was said. Yeah, I mean, like, again, you just have to, the key thing, I think we both know what the key thing is. What's the key thing?
Keep on fucking
content.
But also context of what your content is. Meaning, I want to get into this a little bit. Basically, like, say
quality over thing?
No, it's like, say you're, for example, wearing a shirt that has like noodles on it.
Okay.
Like, hey, I got this shirt. Like, it's awesome. You're talking about the shirt, not talking about like water bottles on the seashore, like talking like it sounds crazy, but basically you're bringing context. Basically, you're bringing in context to whatever your post is. So it's not like when you even relate to hashtags, because hashtags is currency online.
Right.
So it's like don't put like microphone mics.
Yeah, and you're talking about t-shirts.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Don't go. Yeah. So if you're talking about food, don't start talking about waterfalls or traveling. Or
well, how does that relate to food? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's basically you have to make sure that your audience has ideas. Like, if it's a current event, like you can do trending things too, like current topics, like racial issues or whatever it is, and you can talk about those things. It has to be context to what's happening.
100%.
48 years ago.
I mean, it could correlate, but what I'm trying to say is, like, don't go into different genres. I think that's the best way to put it. Different genres or different topics, in a sense. Like, stick to your topic for that post.
Yeah,
post, not for everything, but for your post.
And one last thing. Also, just to talk about, I can talk about more, but there's one thing I think it's important is that just because you post once and it didn't get a lot of views or a lot of likes, don't stop. Like, post the next day, the day after that. People call me every single week, every single day saying, "Hey Ori, how did you grow?" And it's like, people in my own niche, in my own brand, it's like, if you grow, that's great, but then you might take a business from me. Mm-hmm. So part of me is like, I still want to help you grow, obviously, but part of me is like, if I'm being nice to the kindness of my heart, or should I charge you now because you're now asking me for tips? Like, what am I going to get in return? Yeah, it's kind of like, yes, I love to get free stuff, but it's also like, wow.
Does that sounds very familiar.
Yes.
So, I mean, like, in general terms, right? Like, for me, like, I give a lot of topics, a lot of like opinions. I analyze people. I'm a marketing person. That's what I specialize in. And people ask me for all the time. And I'm also really well with designing and stuff like that. So people always ask me, is this good? Is this tech good? Is whatever it is. So technology, marketing, and like kind of design, like even home designs and things.
It's mostly
like my opinion.
His overview. Like you ask him.
So I'm consulting.
No, but it's also like, here's a topic of like iPhone cases. So you go, Brianna will reach out to Dave, like, I just want these iPhone cases to sell, and Dave would be like, okay, well, do you have a website? Do you have this?
Yeah, of course.
It's like minor things that you don't think about, and Dave with his services can actually help you grow.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different things, but what I wanted to say was the
oh my God, I thought he was drawing on the Mac. I was like, our cameraman had like a Sharpie, and then Dave has this like brand new Mac. I thought he was gonna take the Sharpie and draw right on the Mac.
I'm like, I don't know where he's going with that, but let's get it. But from that, let's get into our final burger. I think that's going to be an interesting one. It has a lot of different things, but yeah, tell me what it is.
So yeah, we got for the last burger, we got the classic beef burger. It's a burger that has green chutney and a special sauce that we do not know anything about. Maybe it's similar to the other ones that we've had, but we're going to try it right now.
And it has a special sauce, you said, and it has the green chutney and all this. So it's going to be, hey, I like the other two burgers. So
me too.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, it's falling apart already.
This has cheese too, we forgot.
It reminds me of the first one, the sham burger, which is the green lentils and the beef. Like
beef and lentils, yeah. But this one has the sauce and the cheese. So
and the cheese, which makes it even better.
It makes it better,
but different.
It's like, the thing I love about this right now, it has a combination of Indian spices with like Pakistani. An American burger, like Pakistani, like a East Asian. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
An East Asian cultural spices that are very commonly used. And for sure, they have secret ingredients that we don't even know about. They're like, oh, paprika, this, that, I don't know, whatever they're adding into it, right?
Has some spice to all the burgers have spice.
But this is not the spicy. Maybe the cheese, or maybe it's building. I feel like now it's building in my nose. I can feel a little bit in my nose.
No, it's definitely they got kick. Next time I go there, got to make sure that it's, you know, I got to tell them cool it down with the spice if I'm bringing someone who doesn't like spicy food.
Yeah, you have to, but it might be implemented into it. I don't know if it's the mayo sauce.
Made in the
if it's
burger,
just the mayo sauce, then that's their special mayo sauce, or is it in the sandwiches? Because I would presume that maybe it's like mixed in with the lentils and the beef. But I don't know, because it looks everything's freshly made, right? So they have to, like, you can't go to the store and go buy lentil.
It's like he's making it in front of my face. I was like, yes, thank you so much.
But yeah, you know what's funny? Like, we tried all these 3 burgers. All of them have a uniqueness, and I think I'm leaning to the last one. I like cheese a little bit in my burger, and
they all have similarities too. Like they're all kind of like the bases of the actual burger, minus the chicken. Chicken's chicken,
right?
But like the 2 beef ones they have the same. I think where they red lentils in it, which is I like. It's a different.
And
way
the chicken one had lentil too, right?
I think so.
Right.
I think so. Yeah.
So yeah. In general terms, the chicken was like thick. It had more of like a chicken breast like feel to it. So it felt like, and you could see like there's chicken like fillet layers to it. So it was really, I really liked all of them. All the burgers. I can't,
Yeah.
Well, Ori, I thought we brought up a lot of great things, like everything from hashtag followers, engagement. I think everyone needs to, I think the number one thing for, especially with today's society and how we're growing, everyone needs a social media account, especially. Like if you're not on social media and you're not trying to put content out, like even if you're shy or whatever, it doesn't have to be yourself. It can be photos you take, right, of place, and you should grow something, right? Because most people, we're talking about engagement, right? And I think that, and that, but
I think if you're a business,
no, why?
Well, like not everyone wants to have social media. I think there's a lot of people that don't want to have.
But everyone has social,
yeah, a lot of people have social
but
media.
I'm saying like people make sure that if you have a private account, that's cool. Keep the private account. But I think also you should create your a new account that if you like, you must like art. There's something that each person loves.
Of course, but sometimes people might not even want to have that account. Not to like ruin your like stop on your campaign here, but like
right.
Sometimes people don't always want like to have. Even if it's like an account, they don't want to become famous. They just want to I'm
not saying become famous. I'm not even saying that. I said even if you have 200 followers, let's say you're a draw, like you draw something, and you're really popular, but you have a personal account, but you don't want to because you want to keep all your friends.
Okay, I see
I'm saying make a separate and just upload your photos.
That makes sense, yeah.
And hashtag, do 5 hashtags, 6 hashtags.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Nothing too crazy. I'm saying I'm not saying become famous. I'm not saying anything like that.
Like you want to become like everyone wants to become like a business and
no. I'm not saying that. But like they might make some money off it. Like somebody's like, hey, I really like that Spider-Man thing that you drew. Can you draw that for me and put my logo on it? That's good. Like here's a great example. Like Gary Vee does the tea with Gary Vee. He shouted out this one chick, and now she's like packed to the end of the year, and she has like dialysis, like thing, and she has 3 kids, and like she had a lot of problems in her life, and now she loves drawing and all that, and making making like artwork for people, and now she's packed to the end of the year, and Gary's like, charge $500 per post. She's like, well, I only charge $50. He's like, are you stupid? Like this is easily $500. This is a Canadian made company. Like you're not a Canadian, you're an American, you're not outsourcing this, like support local, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that's a big thing, and I wanna pass this on to you in the sense to say that new year, new thing, new
aspirations.
It's not inspiration, new aspiration. Thank you, aspiration. That's what I'm saying. What is one big thing you want to, just one, if we, because we spoke about it a little bit in the beginning, but what is the number one thing that, let me put it this way. What is the number one thing you want to say about the Edible Talk?
Well, our goal is my goal, I guess.
We each have
my goal for the Edible Talk is that we hit 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, why is that? Sorry, I don't know why you're asking. Why is it exactly 1,000?
On YouTube or on any of our, if we can find enough data on our Apple Music, Spotify, on one of those platforms, because it's a very holy day. It's the day Dave shaves his beautiful beard.
Is it? Sorry, did I agree upon this?
Yes, you did. I think there's video footage of us on one of our things. And the second thing is, I do not want to do this anymore. I have to go to a place before our place and put hand sanitizer on, wear a mask, these are probably some take homes.
I mean, I think it's going to be something for the rest of us, but
for a long time.
think,
but yes, those are some things I don't want to do.
You know what I think I would. You know what my one big thing for the edible talk I would love to do is if we can get one brand sponsor for an episode. I think that would like have someone who wants to work with us.
Technically, we have a brand sponsor as well, every single episode.
A full episode. I'm saying not like just paid. Food. Not. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be like that.
This
it
is
could
sponsored by Shopify, whatever.
SeatGeek, right? Or Samsung. Or it's not even that they have to give us money. It's not that in sense. I want somebody.
Mike.
What?
Asking for a new mic.
Hey, maybe I can reach out to Blue, right? Blue. Yeah. They used to be one of my sponsors when I used to be in my gaming. So I used to have Blue Yeti.
Always good to have things like that. As
you have to grow to at least like a few thousand followers before you can get it. But because I was part of a large organization with hundreds of millions of views, or millions of views, not hundreds of millions, but millions of views, I was part of that organization, and because I was part of that organization, I got a lot of benefits from it too, right?
That's amazing.
So, exactly. So I want to kind of get to the point that we're already seeing this. A lot of brands are reaching out and they're like saying, hey, you guys, when you start growing, hit us up. We're really interested in working. But
yeah, there's a lot of brands like that. I mean, we're putting in the grassroots small stuff right now. We're putting in the work and time and effort, and we spend hours and hours coming here every single week just so we can get some content out there. And I hope eventually people will value that, and people will see that we actually are producing something that's of value, and people
100%.
might listen to it. And there's our feedback has been really positive, and there's lots of ways that we can improve. But like overall, I think that as a podcast, we're growing in the right way, and that we're not like every time. Like even our Anchor sponsorship, because everyone can go on Anchor and you can be part of that. It's like if we were making $0, we're not making a lot of money, by the way, but like we're getting
close to zero, closer to zero than $1. Yeah, maybe now $1.
Sorry, 80 cents now. I think we're at something ridiculous.
It's because it's CPM, right? So it's like every 1,000 views,
exactly. So
you get $1 or something.
Whatever you can go on Anchor and you Google it for yourself, because it's public knowledge that like we're gaining every single time we make an episode, and I think that's already a win. Like I said, with the followers, every listen.
I mean, let's put it this way. Sorry, we are currently sponsored. I guess you're right. We are sponsored by Anchor. Anchor is sponsoring each episode.
And the food portion of this episode was sponsored by Exotic Burgers.
Yeah, and just to say one thing, the reason why I agreed, and I think we agreed upon the Anchor, is because Anchor is giving us a free place to host this, and I am going to shout them out right now. They're giving. If you want to start a podcast, please go ahead. You might have heard that ad already in the beginning of my voice, but they're giving a free platform. They're giving it. They're not charging us. Other platforms that we were on previously were charging us. They're like, after 1 hour episode, you gotta pay $40 a month, and then after your 5th or 6th episode, you gotta pay. I'm like it's too complicated. We're just starting. Like, how much money do you want from us? And Anchor is bought by Spotify, and hey, Spotify will take that Joe Rogan deal, $100 million. Sign us up.
I'll take a $1 million deal if you're good.
Oh, just $1 million. You're gonna take 500 and I take 500. How much do we pay? How much do we pay this guy right here?
If he changes his Instagram handle, we'll do it.
Okay, perfect. CTV.com.
NBC, CTRV.
But
no, we're just teasing. Overall, we're happy.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of expectations, and I think we, with our both combined knowledge or combined dedication, I think there's a lot going to be coming out.
And it's a team effort. Like we really got a big shout out to our cameraman who's helped us this far until now, and we're happy that he's still with us, because we appreciate his time and support and effort
100%.
To be here. And
without him, we would be delayed. We'd have quality issues.
We would be lagging weeks. We'd be behind. And he actually kind of puts us in structure in the sense of we should do it this day and this day. It's kind of nice to have that when he's a third person. He's the guy who's behind the scenes, and we need that.
We need a third point of view, right? But you know what? Who I really want to shout out this episode? To do Toronto. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys did repost a reel that Foodie on Loose made with the food of one of our episodes. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, guys.
Within 24 hours, got you originally got 700. No, I think you got like almost under 1,000, but then as soon as they reposted, you got almost 2,500.
Yeah, I'm at like 2,600
We really appreciate it.
Huge.
They have 70,000 followers.
They're legit. They're dope. They have awesome giveaways.
Yeah, so they're similar to Foodie on the Loose, and they kind of like block. It's in the foodie slash location slash entertainment.
They have some sick shots. They have some sick,
amazing.
Like they repost some. I'm like, how did you even find this? Like, where are you searching? Is that like some of them like the sky is green and blue? Like, how is this possible?
The 2 cent. They're most likely checking those hashtags.
Who knows? Yeah, but I respect their grind. They have another company called What's To Do, and they also
do they? I didn't know that.
We'll throw it up there too. We'll throw both of them out there. What's To Do is basically like your blog to you in the sense that shows you what's to do and what's to do.
Honestly, I never even knew that existed.
It's really neat because it's people that I have friends and they've asked me to pitch in, which I'm definitely going to rate my own little review, and you can rate a review too. Basically, it's like an afternoon in Toronto, an afternoon in Distillery. So basically, it shows you like an hour, 3-hour route of First stop is stop at Distillery District. Next stop is go to the Oyster Bar. Next stop is go to the water. So you're building like TripAdvisor.
So you build a date.
Yeah,
a date.
So it's kind of a cool idea. And
you just gave me a crazy idea, but
it's to be determined, to be continued.
But no, we did have this idea. Crazy enough, for YYZ. Remember?
We do, yeah.
Remember what it was? Anyways, I don't want to publicly say, but it's not. You just re-triggered.
Thank you to Do Toronto. You guys
appreciate
are awesome. We appreciate your support. Obviously, if you share it again and continue to show love, we do appreciate that. There's so many more episodes coming, and we'd love to have you maybe on
this
one
is
of
our final episode for 2020, but 2021, COVID over. That's it. We're ending. No more hand sanitizers.
Mike,
throwing that away.
Mask off. Where's the mask off song?
Mask off.
Mask off.
I don't want to get monetized. Mask off. No monetizing.
High five.
But anyways, thank you so much for watching the Edible Talk. We appreciate the Hummussiah for always giving us a resident place to film. Thank you, Exotic Burgers, for these amazing burgers and amazing, their sauces, their flavors. It blew my mind. And we appreciate everyone. We want you to hit that subscribe button, like button. If there's anything you want to engage with us, please put a comment. Say, is it great? Is it not good? Whatever. On Apple Podcasts, you can put a rating on it. We're not on Google, but anywhere else, on Instagram, wherever you want to put, give us a shout, hit us up. We are very engaging. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you again for watching the Edible Talk, our New Year's final episode of 2020. We love you, we appreciate you, and we want you to have an awesome 2021. Make your resolutions.
Stay safe, everyone.
Do it. Peace.
Thank you for watching today's episode of the Edible Talk. We appreciate your support on our journey to try new foods and experiences.
Show some love by hitting that subscribe button and turning on that notifications for new episodes released weekly. For behind the scenes and clips, follow us on all social platforms at The Edible Talk. Thank you so much.
Goodbye.